What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Rob, 11 million at Texas, Bread Tuck Gang forever. I'm in the book Black American Money, chapter 13, How Money Can Destroy Families. Dr. Boyce talks about how, of course, how we talked about in another chapter when Dr. Boyce was 18, he had a child. He was with the girl. He was mad. He was crazy in love with this girl. Looking so crazy in love. He was crazy in love with the girl. And the girl didn't like the fact, she thought Dr. Boyce was boring. He was just studying all the time. He was a bookworm. So she broke up with him. Dr. Boyce was heartbroken behind it, but he was doing this for his family that he was about to have. But she didn't see it. She didn't realize it. Whatever. He got over it. He's going to school, blah, blah, blah. She likes other guys. You know, he can't deal with it, but he's doing what he has to do for his family. He gets older. He's making a decent amount of money. So, you know, he's on life support. He's on child support to take care of his child. The court awarded the child to the mother, so she was using the child against him. He wanted to be there. She wouldn't let the child see him, and he was paying a decent amount in child support. In the book, he doesn't say how much, but he was paying a decent amount in child support. And when it was time for him to discipline the child, you know, he was going to discipline his child. And the mother would get in the way of that, so the child was playing him against her. It was a bad deal. And what Dr. Boyce says is, you know, he's not mad at child support. He made the child, he gonna pay that child support. But child support should work in the favor of the man just as it does in the favor of the woman. What Dr. Boyce is saying is, women could get you on child support and, you know, up your child support or whatever. But when Dr. Boyce says, what if a man goes through financial issues? You know, what if he loses a job? What if he gets laid off, which is the same thing as losing a job? But Dr. Boyce says that there should be, just like with student loans, if you have student loans based on your income, you know, you could pay less than what you're supposed to pay. If you lose a job, you can defer your student loans. Basically, your student loans are negotiable depending on your situation. Dr. Boyce says that's what child support should be, because it's a lot of good fathers out here. They just go through things, right? You know, sometimes you lose a job or whatever. They go through things. So what happens is, because there's no system in place to kind of work with the man, these good men end up in jail for child support, and their child support steady piling on, and it's hard for them to recover. When Dr. Boyce says, if you're going through a situation and you're really trying to make things happen, you really trying, you should be able, there should be a structure in place to where you can catch up on your child support, and you know, you don't go to jail and all that because you're really trying. Now Dr. Boyce says that there should be a system in place to hold these women accountable. Child support should be, you know, if you got to pay rent with it, car note, groceries, light bill, that's fine. But nails, hair, and, you know, all this other stuff, nah. Dr. Boyce says nah. Try again. But we go back to the instance of these men losing the job. Dr. Boyce says entrepreneurship. That's why it's important to teach our children entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship in a way is like growing your own food. You're able to make your own money. He even puts a incredible quote in here. Let me find this thing real quick. Teaching our youth where money comes from is as critical as teaching them where babies come from. Okay? That's some good stuff. You know? Now watch this. He also says something else. And properly educating black boys in our public school reduces the likelihood that they will become suitable husbands and fathers in the future. Many are more likely to become incarcerated or dead at an early age. So, also in this chapter, and me saying that, Dr. Boyce was saying there should be incentives for people to stay married. You know, like it is with taxes and all that. You know, if you get married, you know, you could come together, have tax breaks and all that type of stuff. But he also says that, you know, there should be breaks for people who realize that they should never be married. He says that as long as that child, no matter what your situation is, if the man has a child with this woman and has a child with somebody else and all that, if he's doing what's best for those children are loved, they're getting what they need. He said that's what should matter. That's what matters the most, right? Because it's more about that child than it is about the grown folks in that relationship when that child is born. But this is a good book. I suggest you read it. We done moved on to, what chapter are we on? We're on chapter 14. So the next one I'm going to bring you is the financial slavery and anger of the black middle class. Ooh, that's a good one. But y'all know what it is. 11 million after taxes. Bread Tuck Rob. Bread Tuck Gang forever. I'm Black Royalty. Y'all mucho. Take it easy.